What is the fastest way to bring your fiance over to the United States? Over the past year, I've consulted with a bunch of different people who were pretty educated on the subject. They knew the procedure, they knew which forms to file, they knew what the requirements were, and they were ready to go to file a fiance petition. They just wanted to talk with me because I do consultations where I give you advice on strategy and what's the best way to proceed. And some people just hire me to do the whole thing for them if they don't feel like learning and doing everything by themselves. So what I told them was that there are different service centers that can receive your fiance petition. The petition is Form I-129F, but after you file it, you'll receive a receipt notice. This receipt indicates which service center is processing your application. And depending on which service center is assigned to your case, that will probably dramatically impact how long your case will be pending for. So for example, the California Service Center is one of the service centers, and the average processing time for an I-129F fiance petition at that service center as of January 2025 is around 8 months. Another service center is the Vermont Service Center, and the average processing time there is currently 34 and a half months. So if you get unlucky and your case is assigned to the Vermont Service Center, you could be waiting almost 3 years before you get through the first step of the fiance petition process. And by the way, after your fiance petition gets approved, there's additional things that you need to do. You have to go through the consular process, which can easily take another 3 to 9 months depending on the consulate and the circumstances of the case. So something that I'll advise some people to do is just consider getting married. If you're 100% sure that you want to marry this person, and the only option you think you have is for them to come over as a fiance, there might be other options available. First of all, you can get married in their home country if possible. Some countries have residency requirements, so you might need to live there for a while before you're eligible to get married there. But you should find out, because if you're able to get married there, that might speed up the process, or at least it'll speed up the average processing times if you get unlucky and you get one of the longer processing service centers. Another thing is the state of Utah, and I've said this in other videos, the state of Utah allows you to get married via video, like Zoom. And it's not that difficult. I've actually advised this to a couple people, and they all now have Utah marriage certificates. In fact, I'm pretty sure both spouses can be outside of the United States when they do the Utah marriage procedure. Neither spouse needs to physically live in Utah. You just go on their website, you register, you pay $70 or something as of the time of the filming of this video anyway. And then you pay an extra $20 for the physical marriage certificate to get mailed to your house. I don't know exactly how long it takes, but my clients have reported that they've done the whole process in under 2 weeks. And once you have a legit marriage certificate, either from your spouse's home country or from the United States, then you can file for your partner as a spouse. And spouse petitions are generally more predictable. The average spouse petition, the first step, family petition, which is the I-130, will generally take anywhere from 12 to 18 months. You might be able to speed that up by filing a K3 petition simultaneously. If you don't know what I mean by that, I've mentioned it in other videos on how to try to speed up an I-130 processing for a spouse. And if this is all over your head and you don't know what I'm talking about and you wanted to consult with me, you should feel free to reach out. We do consultations, and I focus on marriage-based immigration. So if that's something you're interested in and you want to talk to me, please schedule a consultation. Once you file the I-130 petition for a spouse, not for a fiance, the processing times become somewhat more predictable. The I-130 will generally currently take around 12 to 18 months. After that, your case will go to the National Visa Center, where it'll linger for an average of around 3 months if you do everything quickly, and then it'll get transferred to your home consulate. And at your home consulate, it could be anywhere from 1 month to 9 months, depending on which country your spouse is coming to the United States from. So the processing time might end up actually being faster for a fiance if you get lucky and you get the California Service Center, which is the fastest service center that's processing fiancé petitions, or it could end up taking 2 years longer than it would have if you just got married to your fiancé and did a family petition. I personally prefer the marriage-based route because, in my opinion, there are fewer ways in which the consular officer can deny the petition, and it's more predictable in terms of the timeline. And let's face it, it's stressful to be separated from your significant other, fiancé, or spouse, and the shorter and more predictable we can make that, the less stress there is on the marriage or relationship. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. If you have any questions or you want to speak with me directly, please feel free to schedule a consultation. Like I said, we focus on family-based immigration and I prefer marriage-based cases. And we also do a lot of naturalization cases and some immigration court stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. If you want to comment, throw it in the comment section below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video.